And Romelu Lukaku is seen here arriving for his medical. He's going to undergo that in his return, of course, to play for Inter Milan. Supporters will get the chance as well to greet him. He arrived in Milan yesterday. He's going to undergo his medical today ahead of that loan move from Chelsea. Or his move from Chelsea, I should say. There he is, looking pretty relaxed there, as is Mark McAdam, who's on set with us. But I tell you what, it's going to be busy, isn't it? Goodness me. We've got some breaking news from Manchester City as well, I believe, right now. Yeah, it's one of those moments where you come in this morning, you're expecting a busy day, and then at 10 a.m. you've got some breaking transfer news with regards to Manchester City. This is a significant deal as well, because Man City have signed Australia forward Mary Fowler from Montpellier. She was into the last year of her Montpellier deal. Manchester City have paid money for her. She made her debut for Australia at just 15 years old, one of the most highly rated teenagers in the women's game at the moment. At 16, she was the youngest player to play in the last World Cup. She also scored for Australia in the game they knocked Team GB out of the Olympics last year as well. A huge signing for Manchester City, this one. A really significant player to go into the football club, of course. Manchester City finished third in the WSL last season. They got into the Champions League spots, but they want to bridge that gap between Arsenal and Chelsea above them. This player will absolutely do it. Mary Fowler, class signing for them. Yeah, absolutely. Right, big news last night that Chelsea are now the front runners for Leeds forward Raphinha. Where are we with this one? Significant one. Just to let you know as well, we'll be hearing from Mary Fowler later in this hour as well. Back to Raphinha, another situation that develops every single hour, and we had the significant news last night that it wasn't just Arsenal and Barcelona that were interested in the Leeds winger. Chelsea have come to the transfer table, and they are currently in talks with Leeds about a potential deal. And there's no agreements in place as of yet. We're expecting the deal to be north of £50 million, so a significant investment for Chelsea. There has been a lot of interest in the player, as we've been saying, but it's Chelsea that have come to the table very late on to show their hand and their interest. We know that there has been a lot of off-the-field activity with Chelsea. There's been changes at boardroom level. Petr Cech has departed the club, as has Marina Granovskaya and the chairman, Bruce Buck. So Todd Burley has taken full control as sporting director over the course of this summer transfer window. He wants to make an impact. He wants to show that he can run the football club. He's a shrewd businessman and he can get players through the door. At the minute, Raphinha looks like being that man. There is dialogue between the two football clubs. No agreement just yet. To undergo a medical at Inter Milan. How are we with this one? And we expect him to pass this medical and that be done. There'll be no issues with the medical as far as we're concerned. He arrived in Milan this morning at around 6:20 a.m. Quick pose in front of the paparazzi and photographers with the shirts. He said, "I'm so happy to be back." It was that interview that he did last year where he said he missed Italy, he missed the football club, he didn't leave on the right terms. Well, now he's got the chance to build those bridges again and show the qualities he has playing for Inter Milan. There you can see wearing blue, arriving, posing with the scarf and greeting some of the fans that had arrived at the airport to see him. What we know in regards to the loan deal, it's £6.9 million as a loan fee, £3.5 million in additional add-ons, and Inter Milan will be covering all of his wages. However, he has had to take a pay cut as well to facilitate this deal. So Lukaku in Milan, and we're expecting that deal to be confirmed after his medical later on today. OK, so you mentioned Raphinha. I just want to go back to incomings at Chelsea. Who else are they monitoring right now as well? Well, there's two situations that have developed over the last 7 days. Last week it was Raheem Sterling. There's a firm interest in getting a deal done with Manchester City for Raheem Sterling. He's clearly a player with immense quality, been at Manchester City, won the lot there domestically with a number of Premier League titles, but is looking forward to a new challenge now. That could be at Chelsea. We know that Thomas Tuchel is interested in the player. We're expecting developments over the next 24, 48 hours with regards to that one. So that is a situation we're monitoring at the moment, as is their search for a central defender, Matthijs de Ligt, who has a €120 million release clause.
is also on Chelsea's radar. Now, there was talk from our colleagues in Sky Italy last week about a potential deal of cash plus players could be on the table, but it's our understanding that Juventus are only interested in meeting the release clause, then we will talk business. So at the moment, there's a little bit of a situation there that's just going to have to wait to unfold. But significant news, they're trying to strengthen. Todd Boehly wants to get players through the door for Thomas Tuchel, and he's certainly making moves in the window at the moment.
So many moves we're expecting as well. It just keeps coming. You've got this giant notepad here. It's absolutely full with scribblings of who's going where and when and what's happening, because lots of deals are in the pipeline right now.
Yeah, this is another significant deal that literally got handed to us a few moments ago, so I've barely had the chance to look at the situation. But our colleagues, Sky in Italy, are reporting Angel Di Maria, the former Manchester United player, has agreed to join Juventus, with the club hoping to announce his signing next week. The 35-year-old Argentina forward is expected to sign a one-year deal in Turin after leaving Paris Saint-Germain this month. He will earn around £5.2 million per year, not bad if you can get it, plus add-ons depending on appearances and the team performance. Juventus are still in talks with the players' camp to iron out the latest details of this contract. Di Maria would join Max Allegri's side after 7 years in Paris and, of course, 1 season at Manchester United. That's news just into us now with regards to Angel Di Maria. But today we're expecting another really, really busy day. Gabriel Jesus, we saw the shots of him with Deco, sporting director at Arsenal. They had a nice embrace ahead of his medical. There could be some movement and developments on that situation. Divock Origi heading towards AC Milan. That could be another deal that gets completed today. Crystal Palace are busy as well in the window. They've made some moves over the course of the start of this week to try and strengthen their squad for Patrick Vieira. There's news on Frankie de Jong and Manchester United. So there are so many things that are happening today. I've got to just try and keep across as many of them as I possibly can.
Yeah,
but
so
we're expecting another busy day in the window.
Yeah, we'll see you each hour on the hour with plenty more news still to come. For now, though, thank you very much.